very hungry for love, very unhappy. I was just missing a part. I was missing a piece. Couldn't find it anywhere. I certainly couldn't find it in myself. I hated myself. I was so judgmental and hard on myself, harsh, brutal. Constantly putting myself down and not allowing myself to get any sustenance from anybody, even though that's what I theoretically wanted. I just couldn't get it. And you know, even after being with my guru for almost 3 years, it was still, then I had to go back and go through a terribly hard period of living through the slow motion falling of that tree that had been cut, you know. It took so many years to fall, and I just had to wait, you know, and suffer. Nothing I could do. I was helpless. In 1984, I went back to India in pretty bad shape. I had recently stopped doing drugs of any kind. And I had had a pretty big problem for a while with drugs, for a couple of years. And I left that, and I was very depressed, brutally depressed. And I went back to the temple in Kenchi because I had nowhere else to go. I got there, and it was during this Durga Puja festival, which is this 10-day fire ceremony. And everybody there was so happy to see me that they invited me to sit in a place of honor in the festival, in the proceedings. It was absolutely the last thing I wanted to do. I just wanted to crawl in a room and sleep for about a week. But they love you so much, you can't say no. So there I was all day long, sitting in front of this big roaring fire pit, sweating my balls off, making offerings, swaha, swaha, and I just wanted to throw myself in and get it over with. You know, it was just, and every day it got worse and worse and worse. And I was just sitting there kind of like this when one of these Indian women came and told me that Siddhima, who was Maharaj's great devotee, who's living there in the temples, saw me sitting there and was calling me in to the back room where Maharaj used to sit. And I thought to myself, man, will they just leave me alone so I can die? I've had enough of this, I can't handle it. But you can't say no. I got up and I walked through the back door, across the courtyard, little courtyard. And as I walked up to the room, I saw Siddhima was sitting on the floor, and there was the tucket where Maharaj used to sit. And as I entered into the room, I was struck by a lightning bolt. And I fell down on the ground, and my heart was burst open, and I was crying uncontrollably. And I felt him. I felt him for the first time in 11 years. And it melted me down. I just crashed onto the floor, weeping. And in that second when the bolt hit, in the blink of an eye, a few things happened. The first thing that happened was I saw every second of my life. From the moment that he died until that moment, it flicked by my sight like the frames of a movie. Everything I had done, everything I had said, everything I had done, but I saw it from a totally clear place. And I saw why I had done it, what I was thinking, what I wanted, what it was all about. And then the next thing I saw was that there wasn't 1 second of my life from that period, so when he died, into this moment, that Maharaji wasn't with me. Not 1/1000th of a second. He had never gone anywhere. But I saw that I had built a wall around my heart, And I would not allow myself to feel anything. And every brick in that wall like had a flashing neon sign. Anger, pity, self-pity, self-hatred, greed, jealousy, all these, every brick had a label, you know? And these bricks made up this wall around my heart. The next instant I saw, you know, I can take this wall down. Nobody has to do it for me. All I have to do is look at the stuff, and it'll start to go away.